Hey, Nate, right in front of you. I wonder if I can just start by asking your reaction to the decision. You didn't seem like you agreed with it.
I didn't think for a second that I lost at the end of the fight. I thought I won the fight at least 3 rounds to 2, except we're judging by rounds. And I think that he did a lot of running away that in the old days or in a real fight, I think you get pointed for. In boxing, you would get pointed for. So I think they should have took points from him from running. And I think if I wasn't bringing the action, it would have been less of a fight. So I didn't think that, for sure, I didn't think I lost for a second until it was over. I mean, until they said so.
In the first 2 rounds, he was having some success with his with the kicks and then striking with you. What was causing you trouble with that?
Like about a month out, I got some injuries. I hurt my knee and I wasn't able to do jiu-jitsu for like ever since a month ago. And then about 2 weeks in, I was just sparring from when I hurt my knee. I was just boxing, a lot of boxing, trying to recover my knee. And then I got hit by my training partner, Alan Sanchez. He's a pro boxer. He's ranked like number 10 or number 7 in the nation. I got hit in a rib, and it really tweaked me out of order. And I had to stop sparring about 2.5 weeks ago. So this was probably worse than the last fight. I was all I was pretty much doing for this fight was running and riding a bike and shadow boxing. But so I had some plans, and I had a lot of plans for this fight, but I had to like kind of backtrack on those plans, protecting some injuries.
In the third round, you heard him. One of the judges scored a 10-8 for you. How did you turn the tide of the fight when he knocked you down 3 times in the first 2 rounds and was doing fairly well? What turned it around for you in the third round?
I knew he was gonna have success earlier. I told myself again, I was like, don't turn it up till later in the rounds, because I was just like I suspected. I didn't thought he was gonna slow down and I was gonna speed up. So I was letting him get his little things off and try to make him do some stuff. And so I stepped on the gas in the third a little more than earlier.
Nate, what was the difference in Conor tonight from the first fight?
He was prepared to go the distance. He said he was going to come in and come forward and stomp me down or walk me down and put his same pressure and do the same things as usual. And I thought that was a little strategy to make me think that. And he was going to spread it out a little. And he did. He spread it out a little bit.
And he was trying to keep you at bay from trying to take him down and do your jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah, he didn't want to go down to the floor, and I didn't plan on going for it too. I felt like I was going for a takedown a little too much, more than I should have, and I wasn't necessarily going like drastically for it, but I feel like I should have done a little bit less of that and a little more punching and working than wrestling. I hate when people try to do that, but it felt like it was going to be easy, but at the last minute he pulled it off and put his defense on. I was like, all right, you want to stay? I want to keep this ball rolling.
This was such a war. Obviously, there's probably going to be a trilogy, but I mean, when does that take place? About a year from now, and when do you think you could fight again?
Whenever they're ready to dot it back down, but I'm not doing shit until we go for round 3. You won't be seeing me until then. And if they want to set it up as soon as possible, let's do it. But I don't think it's a very good business move for him to be taking any other fights. And he's a businessman, so let's see what happens.
Nate, both of you are obviously interested in doing this again, but Conor was clear that he wanted you to come down to 155 for a third time. What are your thoughts about doing that?
I've been a lightweight the whole time. I think I walked into the cage tonight at Probably 177, 76, 75 probably. Fuck, maybe lighter. I believe that, yeah, hell yeah. That's why I wanted this fight at, so I could have a six-pack. You know you want to be in a picture with a six-pack.
So if he wants it at 155, you're down for that too. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, either or.
Let me ask you about his takedown defense, because you got a takedown on him at near the end of the fight, but he was able to defend some other ones, and that's been kind of an open criticism about him, or maybe an unanswered question. From your grappling background, how did you gauge his takedown defense against what you were trying to accomplish?
I wasn't really pushing too hard for the takedown, you know. I was just in a position to not. I don't want Jake and Gilbert watching me like, why don't you dip this guy when you had the chance? But, you know, so I was giving a little attempts. But I don't sit there and work on the takedown that hard, because I usually go with the path of least resistance, you know. I'm like, when we're here to we're here to go on a run, or we're here to lift weights, you know. I'm here for throw some punches rather than try to get in a wrestling match.
Just one more, if I could. In the third round, of course, that was the 10-8 round one judge gave you on the scorecards. That also seemed to be where Conor's energy level and the power in his punches really dipped. I mean, from your read inside the cage, was that your gauge of it as well, that the starch had gone out of his punches at that point?
No, I think I just got warmed up, too. And usually about that time, he died out the last time, and I picked up. So I was on and off the gas a little bit more after that mark, I think. You're talking like the second round, right? About the
Into the second.
and the second,
third,
middle,
yeah.
second on. Yeah, probably about there. I started stepping on it a little harder.
Nate, congratulations on a great fight. Obviously, you know, you always put on memorable fights, and people have been talking about the fact that you're finally getting paid, you're finally getting your due. Even though you lost tonight, how good does that make you feel to be getting what you believe you've deserved for such a long time?
Still not enough.
Well, I mean, if you were to do this again, I would believe you'd make even more then. Would you say you needed to make the same amount as Conor? I know this isn't just about the money, but...
It's always going to be more than that. Always more and more. It's never going to be enough. Look at my face. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people's got this face and they're all in the back crying somewhere probably, you know? It's always going to be more. And until people start saying that and represent for that, I don't even know what you're doing this for. And if you don't think like that, you don't work hard enough. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I put it on the line, I could either have been here or I could have been, you know what I'm saying, a retired fighter coaching new fighters, you know? So I think getting in here and fighting is a good cause for causing a scene and spitting out what I feel I deserve. And if you're not spitting what you feel you deserve, if you're okay with it, then you don't work hard enough. And that's where I'm at, and that's why they're where they're at, anybody.
And in terms of your injuries, obviously, you mentioned the ones that you had before the fight. We know that Conor's shin is very bad right now. Other than, you know, what you just mentioned here with your face, are you feeling okay though? I mean, are you very badly hurt at all?
Hello, this thing on? Yeah, I think I'm going to. He's going to the hospital, I think, and then I'm going to an after party. So. I'm going to after party at Light. Come through. It's all good. And my brother's gonna be there too. They let him in there. That's cool. Yeah, that's why I'm going. Keep the money. Thanks for letting my brother in. He wants to go to a party, huh? This motherfucker's ready.
Nate, you said before the fight that...
Hey, I thought Ariel Hawani got fired. What? Who let you in here?
Surprise, surprise.
I'm just kidding.
You said before the fight that they better hope you don't win because a lot of change is coming. You didn't win officially. You thought you won. Is change still coming?
Oh, I won. Change is happening right now. Like I said, like, if you want to be successful in this business, and if you want to do good in this business, you don't have to follow the leader. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna say that somebody else is the leader, you got it wrong. Come and look at Conor. What did Conor do for this fight? He did exactly what I told his ass to do. He hopped on a bike, the little amateur style. He didn't have no clips. He didn't have no helmet. That's not how you ride, but he tried. And he hired all top 10 people to come in from wherever. I don't know where them gimpy ass boxers he had came from. And then that jiu-jitsu coach he's got, I'm gonna get that motherfucker, man. That guy is on my hit list. This is America, and he's over there representing with them. And then he wants to try to look up at a press conference like he's hard. That's the reason that fool dog got rushed at the press conference too, is because they rolled in making it seem like we're the hardest shit in town. But I had too many people, riders with me already. I'm like, you guys aren't coming, so that's why otherwise we had a good press conference. But they walked in like they were the shit to steal the show. And I'm gonna get off topic, but fuck them. But what I was saying was, he followed the leader, man. He hired these people, and that was a good job. You know what I'm saying? But who taught you how to do that? Your sensei here, man. It's like, follow the leader as far as the martial artist. Follow the leader as far as the businessman. Like, if you think that I'm tripping and just talking on my ass, then you're obviously not that bright. Because I've been supposed to have been fired already 20 times from this organization. And look where I'm at now. Still doing my thing on the main cards, doing my thing. And I just hope Ariel Helwani don't get kicked out again, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Just another question for you, Nate. Just to be clear, no single fight out there other than Conor next that you're interested in. You will wait as long as possible. You will not fight again?
It's not that I'm waiting, but I don't need to do nothing.
Okay. And what exactly are you, just for the record, smoking?
This is True. It's True, the True company. It's a CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to get these for before, after the fights, training, and make your life a better place.
And then one last one.
CBD oil, if you don't know what that is.
A big part of this story has been which team is better, and unfortunately, Chris lost to Artem earlier. What were your thoughts on how that fight played out?
I think it was his first fight in UFC. This is a huge show. He went in there and fought a guy who's been won the Ultimate Fighter, or second place in Ultimate Fighter, and has 20, 30 fights, and he's 30 years old or some shit. So he grew up, this is the beginning of his career. And I see a lot in me and my brother and like people like that I saw train hard out of the guy. So I think this is just a start for him, and I think he's gonna be more comfortable next time. And the night went how the night went, but Artem didn't do much. What did he do? He just didn't get his ass whooped. That's all he did. So yeah, our team's better, and you know, I think he's gonna do great in the future.
Last question right here.
Nate, after the fight, you helped Conor up from the ground. Did you actually speak to him at all? Was that, I know you and your brother both, you know, obviously you're pretty fierce in competition, but you're always, you know, respectful afterwards. So, like, what was going through your mind? And did you actually say anything to Conor at that point?
Yeah, he the fight was over. We just fought 25 minutes. He tried, I tried to take each other out, and it didn't get done. And it's like, hey, man, until next time, it's all good. Or until we're set to go again, it's all good. And what do you want me to do? You keep kicking the guy while he's down. It's like, it's all good. Fight was over.
And obviously, your brother wasn't able to be in your corner tonight. He had to go through a lot this week. I mean, what were your thoughts on everything that went down with Nick? You know, not having him in your corner, he wasn't allowed at the weigh-ins. I mean, what was going through your mind with all that? You know, obviously you wanted him there, but what was going through your mind with that?
He does good. He knew what his situation was, and he kind of stayed out my hair and just like left me alone. And then I talked to him, and he's like, oh, I think he just kind of told me he's gonna get back in the corner once we get it all figured out, and then I had these guys here for backup, so it's kind of a mess, man. It was really, they should let him in. I don't know what to deal with that, cause I figure it's suspension's up, but and no, I didn't mess with me none, but it would have helped. It's always good to have Nick there, you know. Nick's the man.
Thanks, Nate. Thanks, everyone.
What happened? Yeah, they won. Yeah, I just thought they were. I thought they were. They just wanted the fight to happen. It was all good. That wasn't necessary. When I was waiting for him to say go, so it was all good.